ladies. Welcome back to Sisterland Investors. I am so happy that every single one of you is here today with us. Ladies, today is podcast 106, and we're getting ready for our third year of podcasting. It's been a fun journey with you ladies, and what I've learned the most, I'm going to give you a quick heads up for all the ladies here, is that a lot of us suffer, me too, from imposter syndrome. Like we feel like we've never done this. We're not good enough. Put my fan over here. Give me a second. Been doing this for 3 years in social media, putting myself out there. I'm going to tell you that it hasn't been easy. It's nerve wracking, but it's been fun because I've got to meet more of you ladies. So it's been super fun and I appreciate everyone coming here. It was helpful for me when I first started because again, for those that don't know my story, background nursing. So very nurturing, very loving, very caring, taking care of other people, giving my time and energy to other people, which is great, which I love. And I still do that to my family and my loved ones. And that led me into sales. So it was a great foundation to go into sales. And then sales taught me a totally different level in game. And I did that for a couple of years. And then you think like, why is this happening to me? Why are they letting me go? Why are they repositioning my job? Why are they moving me to a different department? Whatever it may be for you ladies, we don't know until a couple years later. And then we look back, then you see, oh, that's why it happened to me. Here we talk on the one-to-ones in our community, and I want to share it out to the public. We talk a lot about, I guess what a lot of people would call manifesting or creating your own lives or using your energy or setting intentions, vision boards. Well, I did that. I did that many years. I said, I want to spend more time with my kids. My kids were babies at the time and they were growing up super fast in front of me. And I was like, oh, I want to spend more time. And I set it out that I want to start my own business and wrote it out and forgot about it. And then a year later, my job does a couple moves where they let go of a whole entire department and they put me in insurance. I had no idea what insurance was. I had never worked in insurance. And so I went from nursing and sales to insurance. So make a long story short, but what I learned, the people skills, the negotiating, the talking, communicating helped me. It was a huge strength. And I would recommend for every lady here that wants to crush it in real estate or anything in life to dedicate time to sales. Go and sell something. I don't care what it is. Go sell dog food, help your kids start something. Sell lemonades with your kids outside. Do something that'll get you out of your comfort zone to put you out there. I think it's very important and you learn so much by doing that. So then we got into real estate. This is where we are. And we've been doing real estate for many years. I shared my story with many of you, but one thing that I have noticed in our one-to-ones with you ladies and also just talking to other investors out there is that imposter syndrome, that feeling that I've never done investing before. I'm not a real estate investor. I'm not an agent. I've never studied that. I'm a nurse or I'm a teacher. Or I'm a lawyer. I'm a dentist. A lot of you is just a shift in identity. That's all it is. And the way you shift it to be a nurse or a teacher or a mom or whatever it is that you're doing it's the same thing. So we're going to be discussing that. And I want to devote that because it's very crucial. It's very important for every single one of you ladies to know that you can do it. You do it all already, managing a household, your business, your work environment, your husband and your kids' schedule. And now you're going to do investing on the side if you want to do it. I think it's a great way to grow and to learn and to teach your kids about investing. So before we start, I do want to say I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an agent. I just learned this on my own, like you are learning now. And I was lucky enough to put it into action and it worked. If you do it, it will work. Ladies, okay, enough of the rambling. Today's episode is Unshakable Identity for you ladies that are already in the land investing apprenticeship with us or wanting to start. I would start there with your identity, with your limiting beliefs or self-beliefs that you are capable of doing it and crushing it in real estate, regardless of what's going on in the market, regardless. And it's all about you, the way you see things, the way you go about meeting people, networking, etc. These next couple of minutes, it's about empowering you, ladies, and to anchor your capabilities and your vision in any market, in any situation in life. Are you ready, ladies? I'm so excited. This is like my favorite topic. This is what I love the most. The reason why I want to spend an entire year focusing on your identity and your self belief is because I feel and I know for a fact that it's a game changer. Many of you are here because you want to up level your generational wealth, or you want to leave something for your children or grandchildren, or you just want to up level your life right now. You're like, Elizabeth, I'm just barely making it as a teacher, or I'm just barely making it as a nurse. I want more. Very well. That's a great start. You have that desire, which I always say that desire comes from a higher source, God, because you are capable of more. So that's a great start. And the foundation is crucial. The most important thing, ladies, here is you are not the market. You are not the market. And I want you to write this down. If the market fluctuates, which it will from time to time, if you stay long enough, 8, 10, 15 years, you will see it go up and down. It will fluctuate. But your identity as a lady, as an investor, your identity as a capable investor remains constant. So your identity must not fluctuate. You must know that you're an investor and you're going to crush it every single time. And that, my ladies, must stay firm. You must ground yourself, dig deep, and plant that foundation with steels and concrete and let it stay there and let the market do its thing. And you know that you're capable and you're a fierce real estate investor that remains constant, and let everything go through its fluctuation, but you must stay there. And when you do, you walk into every deal, every conversation, knowing that. Claiming your investor identity. Many of you, when we would get into the calls, I would hear you say, ladies, I'm trying to start my real estate investing. I'm trying to get my license as an agent. I'm trying to purchase this. And I would hear that and I would just let it slip by. But now I'm being picky with you, right, ladies? When we get on those one-on-one calls, I'm like, I stop you right away. Say, stop saying, I am trying. Enough of that. We have to completely shift it. I am a real estate investor. You have to write it down and claim it. I am. If you're already searching for properties, if you're already calling and negotiating, you are an investor. That's what I do all day, every day. So you are an investor. Overcome the imposter syndrome. How do we overcome? Acknowledge as a woman in a traditional male dominant space, which it is, and I get it, mostly men. That's why I want you ladies to go out there and take over. It can be easy to second guess ourselves. And a table full of men, when you walk in for a loan or for private investors, that's usually what we get. A lot of men sitting there. They want to invest, they want to grow their money, and it's mostly men. Well, I'm telling you, ladies, you could do it too. So we'll be talking more on how to build your self-belief before the bank accounts reflect all that money that you're investing. Ladies, we will be emphasizing that confidence in investing in real estate is through action. You have to take action. Educate yourself, yes, but enough is enough. There's so much education out there, especially on YouTube and on social media on what to do, how to do it. You already know what to do. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist, like I like to tell my husband, a rocket scientist to do this. Anyone could do it, but you must take action, not once, not twice, but constantly. So take the action and start closing deals. And that's how you're going to get the confidence. And then share your story with other ladies. Share your personal, what you went through. We share all our stories, the ups and downs, and we had a lot of downs and we still go through downs. Don't think it's all perfect, but share your stories because this will help you grow and it'll teach other ladies around you to become better over time. So I'll share a quick story. When we first started, we only had rental properties. That's all we had. I started off with rental properties. So my husband basically said, I don't want to manage all these homes and constantly be fixing this, fixing that, or managing the people that go out there and fix it. So we started looking for other avenues because we knew real estate was good to invest in. And that's how we found land investing. But then I was the one at home. I was at home with the kids and I'm like, okay, I have to make this work. And I did feel like, well, I've never done land investing. This is mostly for men, developers, home builders, farmers, ranchers. This is not my cup of tea. I would tell myself, I never said it out loud to anyone, not to my husband, not to my family, my sister. I just said, I'm going to figure this out and I'm going to make it work. And yes, I had all those limiting self beliefs within me, but I pushed through them. Kind of like, have you seen that movie Bruno? Is it called Bruno? I don't know, where it says, Silencio Bruno, Silencio Bruno, like, shut up, Bruno. The little voice in your head that tells you all the reasons why you shouldn't do it. That was kind of me in the background, like, shut up, stay quiet, let me finish this. And I would be so scared when I would make the calls. I would be terrified, but I would still do it. I would pick up the phone and make the call because this was going to allow me to stay home with my kids, raising my little babies. They were babies at the time. Now they're grown, they're almost adults, but I'm happy I pushed through it. And I'm telling you, ladies, when you start off, that is normal. It's okay to feel that. Keep pushing through. So just doing it over and over, it's like practicing and you get a little better each time. And yes, there's still times where you're like, oh my God, I have to ask for so much money, or I have to meet up with this investor and he is doing 10 times better than I am. He's in a different level than I am. How am I going to approach it? I still have that, but I have to remember that everyone wants to grow and learn. So what am I going to give him or her, but mostly it's him. That's why I'm doing this. What am I going to give him that will benefit him? Well, he's going to get 15 to 20% in a year or in 2 years. And that'll motivate me to go and offer that for him. Or he's going to get a piece of land that he could develop with other investors. So always find the little reason why you're helping that person or the reason of how they're going to benefit. And that'll propel you to go ahead and make the call. That'll propel you to go ahead and go through whatever you're going through, that self-limiting belief, how you're helping the other person. And that frame of mind has pushed me through a lot. And I hope it helps one of you. So yes, the danger of market dependent confidence. A lot of you ladies that are agents here, because we have a couple agents here that depend on the market. If you let the hot market or whatever, when it's hot, make you feel like you're a genius or you're gold or you're untouchable, that market will make you feel like a failure when it's not doing good. So I get it. You have to not let the market dictate the way you feel. And it's hard if that's your only bread and butter. It is hard. But this is why, ladies, we're doing investing. We need to put different buckets, invest in other small businesses. If one of your friends is doing very well, go invest with her. Put a certain percent and get a certain return. Invest with other investors in real estate that have multifamily homes or doing a commercial. You want to diversify because you don't want to be dependent on just your teaching income. You don't want to be dependent just on real estate market. You don't want to be dependent just on Bitcoin or the S&P 500. You do not want to be dependent on one or two things. You want to diversify. If you ladies invest in other things and you're doing well aside from real estate, let us know. We want to bring you in so we could educate these ladies that want to diversify their portfolios and grow. So I get it. Your confidence doesn't have to be tied to this or to that. You want to diversify it and know that no matter what is going on one side of the spectrum, the other side's doing okay and it balances everything out. So it's you to know what you have to offer and how you can make yourself grow. So that was a good question. Taking back control, how to prevent the market from dictating your own. So yes, this is a great way to take back your control, not allowing the market to dictate your outcome. The market is just data. It tells you how to pivot, not if you should quit. So again, use that data to know, okay, do I continue this way or do I pivot and go this way? And then use the ladies that here, a lot of them in this group are extremely wise and have investments in different portfolios. So make sure you network with them. Make sure you talk to them. It's very crucial That was a great question. Thank you, Nancy. Okay, so this is another one. My assistant just sent me this. Also focusing on the inputs because we all focus on the outcome. What's the output? How many closings did we have this month, etc. Which is true. You have to focus also on the inputs. I sent so many offers. I made so many calls. I spoke to so many investors this month. And then it's going to reflect on the output, but you control the inputs. That was a great point. Thank you for helping us with that, Susie. And most importantly, the power of sisterhood. This is why we started Sister Land Investors, because we kept out with our community. So we were like, let's just put ourselves out there. And yes, it's been scary. Putting yourself out there is scary, but here we are. We're doing it. And hopefully it's helping a couple of you ladies. Having a community of women coming together and sharing their ideas, their resources, how they do things, where they're investing, how they're pivoting is crucial. And I really believe that that's the most important asset. You're what's worked for you and sharing it with other ladies that you feel comfortable sharing it with. So if you ladies like to share, comment below, not just on these calls. I think it's important for everyone to share and grow together. I mean, that's the way we grew. We learned from other people that were talking about it. My sister and I came in and put our own twist. And then now we're sharing it with you and helping ladies. So I think it's beautiful because everyone comes from different little ideas and angles or experiences in life that can help another person. So it's beautiful. That community is crucial. I'm grateful for this community. And then, yes, the other reason of having a strong community of women is very vital to protect our mindset because the other ladies here, we're all discussing how to grow, how to invest better, how to become a better mother, how to become a better investor, how to become a better sister in our community. And yes, and growing with this strong community of women that think the same, or they don't necessarily have to think the same, but they have the same goals. They want to become a better person for their community and their families is huge. And yes, surround yourself with them, not just here in Sister Land Investors, but outside. Go build your own little community too. Ladies, and the most important thing, I'll tell you this right now, guarding your inputs, guarding what you're listening to, because there's a lot of bad things out there. So make sure you always listen to something positive. Always make sure you listen to people that encourage you, help you grow. Tune out any negativity, any mainstream doom scrolling. You want to tune it out and make sure you tune into strategy, support, encouragement, uplifting, anything to help you grow and become a better person, a better mom, and a better sister for your community. And if you ladies want to share your stories here, I am happy to bring you on. I think it's beautiful to always grow and help each other out. So let us know. So let's recap before we end this. The core message, your identity is yours for you to define. Not anything out there, not the market, not anyone else. Your success, you have to claim it, ladies. And make sure you start today. Do not wait. Ladies, I want every lady here to write down an investor identity statement. Post it somewhere in your notes, in your phone, keep it with you and read it every morning. If you want to share with us, you're welcome to share. You don't have to, but if you want to, either DM it to us or post it down below if you're brave enough to post it. But I think it's good for you to write it down. I'm a firm believer of writing things down. So really quick, ladies, 3 empowering tips for our ladies here today. Ready? I usually do this for our one-on-one calls, but today I'm going to share it with you. Anchor your identity to your actions, not the results. A lot of us wait to do something and wait for the results, but do not anchor who you are and what you're about with your results. Anchor them with your actions. If you have good intentions and you're giving good advice to people and doing good things, that it should be your identity. And that's my core message to every single one of you. Take positive action, do positive things for yourself, your family, and your loved ones. Do not measure your success solely by the deals that we're closing. I know it's hard to say because when I do closings, I get super excited and I'm like, I want to celebrate. And I put the whole celebration on the closing. And I myself, I'm starting to back out of that And of course I'm going to close because I'm putting a lot of work in the back end. Of course it was meant to happen because we're doing a lot of work on the back end, on the inputs to get the output. So again, try to celebrate those. Like, oh, we sent so many offers, and celebrate those, or we made so many calls. Celebrate those. Measure by your daily discipline. This is huge because if we work from home, or we're a stay-at-home mom, or we have time off, it's very hard to stay focused on improving yourself and investing in yourself and in something that'll grow for you and your family. So discipline is crucial. And you have to write things. Well, for me, I have to write things down that I need to get done for the next month and then work backwards. Whatever works for you, ladies, but write it down. What is it that the top 3 things that I must do today to get to the next level? That's huge. If you did the work, guess what? You're succeeding. Celebrate those. That's action. Your identity is built on your resilience, your consistency, not just your final wire transfer. Hear that over and over. Susie named this the Teflon mindset. Teflon mindset, she put, against market shifts. The tip: to train yourself to view the market fluctuation as data. It's kind of like the weight. It goes up and down. That's okay as long as you maintain an ideal weight. We all know that, right? But you have your thermostat set and it might fluctuate a couple of degrees. It's okay. Do not take it personal. It's not a personal verdict on your capabilities. You just have to maintain 2 or 3 degrees up or down between that. When the market shifts, which it will, a smart investor doesn't panic. She just pivots. So learn to do that. Let the market inform your strategy, but never let it define your worth or dictate your ultimate outcome. I'm going to read that again because it hit me. Let the market inform your strategy, but never let it define your worth or dictate your ultimate outcome. You are the architect of your success. Ladies, belief is contagious, but so is fear. Surround yourself with women, sisterline investors, who speak the vision, the strategy, and abundance daily when you hit your roadblocks. You need a sisterhood that will remind you of who you are and what you are capable of building. Protect your mindset by protecting your network. Till next time, ladies, thank you for joining us. The ones that are here live, thank you for being here. We love you. And don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you go down and grab your blueprint. It's all down below. And we'll see you next time. Bye, ladies. Bye. See you soon. Ladies, don't let your wealth building journey stop here. Make sure you hit the follow so you never miss an episode. Download your exclusive Sisterland Investors Blueprint in the show notes below. And if you're ready to truly master your financial future, join our apprenticeship today. Let's build an empire of wealth together.